The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello and welcome to episode 58 of the Big Yak Podcast. It is I, Mike Pareto, alongside me as always, Nico Salameni. And
back in the regular chair
back in
today.
the saddle, last couple episodes we had to have you over behind the computer. Not that computer, but the production computer. But we have that all figured out now. But glad to have you over here again.
Happy to be back.
I miss having somebody here. Yeah.
6 inches away.
6 inches away. So today we have a special guest. We have the one and only D'Angelo Johnson, D the GOAT from
Yes,
I Love Division Rivals. How are
Division Rivals. He a little too exciting.
A little too excited.
That's what happens to me when I see you.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, chill out, yeah.
How are you today, D'Angelo?
You know me, I'm chilling, man. Ready to get some good football talk down,
Some good football talk?
Great football talk, actually.
Yeah,
Love football.
So you happen to be a Steelers fan. Talk about that.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it kind of sucks, having one of the most successful teams ever. It really does suck. But now, I mean, I don't know. It's just constant disappointment, for the last, 15, 14 years.
Since you won the Super Bowl?
Since we won that Cardinals Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, that was 2009.
I remember being a kid watching.
Yeah, we're little children.
I remember my parents were having a Super Bowl party, and I was just downstairs watching it with all the kids and stuff. That Santonio Holmes catch.
Oh yeah, chef kiss.
To this day.
Oh my God, that was the best thing. And the James Harrison 99-yard interception return.
Yeah, where he was running out of gas, and then he
Yes.
was just able to sneak in the end
It
zone.
was beautiful, man. Great football. Been downhill ever since.
Been downhill ever since.
Downhill ever since.
Is Big Ben your favorite quarterback? No.
No, I don't rock with Big Ben.
Oh, so it's Kenny Pickett, right?
Favorite Steelers quarterback of all time?
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, Steelers legend.
Oh. He was only
I
there
guess
for 2
technically
years.
you could call him Steelers legend.
man.
Steelers legend. What about there hasn't really even been anybody.
My favorite
Since-
random one has to be Duck Hodges.
That was
Duck
a fun
Hodges.
little
That was
era.
hype.
That's a name you pull out.
Yeah, just I didn't even think he was that good, but just Duck Hodges is the craziest name I've ever heard in my life.
What about General Booty?
General Booty.
General
that's
Booty is a
classic.
quarterback. He's a quarterback for Oklahoma University.
Oof, I don't even know that.
General
Oh,
Booty, yeah.
General Booty.
that dude is. Oh, you know that guy? Who's that guy? It was Kool-Aid something.
Oh, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. He's a DB at Alabama.
yeah.
Do you think he's going to be
Shout out Kool-Aid.
He might be a first-round pick coming
NFL
up.
bound coming up?
No, he is gonna be. He should be an NFL.
Kool-Aid.
Cornerback?
He is a cornerback.
We need them.
You need them?
I would love to have Kool-Aid. What was his last name?
McKinstry.
McKinstry.
That's a
I love-
name.
I would
Would
love
you
that.
Would you get his jersey?
Oh, it doesn't say Kool-Aid on the back, does it?
It doesn't. They
couldn't
just say
do it.
McKinstry.
I don't think I could get it at that point. If that said his entire name on the back, and he had the funniest name or number ever.
What if NFL players had the full name? On their
Ew.
yeah, it would be
It'd be
a little
like
cool. Except for that,
Josh
that'd be kind of
Allen.
cool.
Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, no, that'd be foul. But
Or I'm
Kool-Aid
thinking a guy like Dorian Thompson Robinson.
I would buy that. I'm not even a Browns fan.
That thing
Shout out
was
Jules. Shout out Jules, but I'm not a Browns fan, obviously. But I would get that jersey. It's a sick jersey.
Yeah, I think T.J. Hushmanzada, his jersey used to curve a little
That's
bit because
insane.
of how big his name was.
Or they could adopt the XFL where they had nicknames on the back,
Freaking-
they hate me.
Freaking, what's his name? It's not football, but you guys know D. Strange Gordon. He's a baseball player. His jersey. I mean,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
His name's not even that long, but his old Marlins jersey used to curve around the number. It looked insane.
Yeah.
That was sick, man.
We're going to. How about the band. Let's talk about
band?
the band. I
Talk
love
about
Division Rivals.
I
Where
love
did
Division Rivals.
Division Rivals.
Division
That's
Rivals.
So his
the
Instagram
Follow-
handles, I love Division Rivals.
Everyone
'cause they
watching?
love themselves.
Everyone watching, man, follow I Love Division Rivals on Instagram.
Oh,
Best band.
I actually thought it was I Love Division Rivals.
Just
Really?
Division Rivals was taken. I tried DMing the guy that has it because he hasn't used his account in like 8 years.
Did he answer?
No reply. No, I was about to mass report it, but I was like, it's not even worth it.
Called droves to report it.
Allegedly mass reported.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't actually do that.
talk about Division Rivals. Division Rivals.
Man, it's just fun, just making music and playing out. I mean, we just started dang, it hasn't even been like a year yet. I literally just started playing the drums a year ago.
How
probably
did
a
the
couple
band
days.
come together?
So Charles, he was playing the bass for or our friend Charles, he's the bassist in our band. He has been playing the bass a little bit longer than me playing the drums. And he sent me a demo because his girlfriend's brother made him record a song. And he sent it to me. I was like, oh, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. So I went out literally that day. I bought an electric drum kit off rip. That's when we became a band. It was just me and him. We had our other friend. He was roommates with our one friend, Matt. So that's how the band got together. All of us pretty much suck at our instrument besides Jake. Jake is insane. You've seen him.
We both,
Yeah,
we
you were there too at Nietzsche's. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's absolute beast on the guitar.
He's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys sounded great.
Yeah,
Just
no.
for being so young and such an
Oh, yeah, no.
upcoming band.
We're definitely getting there now. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable behind the kit. I know Charles is feeling a lot more comfortable under behind the bass. And our lead singer, he's starting to play the guitar a bit too. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll be hopefully rhythm sometime soon. But
Nice.
yeah, we just been recording, doing shows. We actually have a show coming up on Friday at Stamps. So if you're following, you guys should already be following the Instagram if you're watching this right now because I told you the Instagram. But for everyone that doesn't remember, let me stand up for this.
Oh, he's standing.
Everyone that didn't follow the Instagram, follow right now. It's at I Love Division Rivals on Instagram.
What if they don't follow it?
They don't follow, I'm going to be real mad.
What are you going to
We
do?
had a
gonna
stern
find-
talking
You're
to.
going to find it?
I'm going to find every individual. They could show me all the unique viewers. I could find out. And don't let me find out.
We'll find the coordinates.
But yeah, no, all the information, show times, we're going to be on with a bunch of different acts. So if you're free and you got the time, make sure you come out to Stamps in North Tonawanda. Check the Instagram. We have all that information right there.
You got any more shows coming up after that?
Yeah, we actually have another show at Stamps September 7th.
All right. Shout out Stamps.
Yeah.
Shout out Stamps.
Shout out Stamps. Shout out Daredevil Records, too. If you're in Niagara Falls, go to Daredevil Records. Amazing people there. Love the records, man. We had a couple of shows there. We're hoping to have another show there within the next couple of weeks. So follow that Instagram at I Love Division Rivals.
Go
And you'll
ahead.
see all our impromptu shows that pop up because we literally get shows.
I swear I see a new ad for a new show every
Literally,
single
we'll
week.
find out about a show the week before. I'm like,
All right, let's
shit,
do it.
man. Let's
They'll
do
just,
it, man.
they'll just call you. You guys have a manager?
I run our Instagram page, so
Okay.
we get DMs from
Different bars, I'm
different
guessing.
bars and stuff. There's a lot of other bands put us on,
Yeah.
Jupiter Trolley, our guy Ignacio. He's helped us out. You guys
I know Ignacio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his band, Jenna Stennis' band, Stinlow
Yep.
and the High Tides.
They were fantastic when
Both bands are amazing. Make sure you check them out. They're both on Spotify. We're not on any streaming yet. We have been recording though, so keep
All
an
right.
eye out for that. Like I said,
right.
follow the Instagram.
the
at
Instagram's
I
the best
Love
way.
Division Rivals for any news and updates.
The best way to follow you guys right now is through Instagram.
For sure.
What about MySpace?
MySpace, we're working on that. I've been having a hard time going on MySpace,
Yeah.
It's all 15 people, man. It's hard to get them all in one place. We're trying, man.
Going back real quick to
I was actually going to... Sorry.
I was gonna say to Daredevil Records.
Mhm.
It is a really cool spot. Like he said, if you guys haven't been there before,
So awesome.
it's it's a record store, but they also do record jams, and they have a bar in
awesome.
there
Yeah.
too.
Versatile.
Also-
it's a cool spot.
I can't leave my boy Rob out. Make sure you check out Music Matters too on Buff
Yes,
Ave.
sir.
That's my boy. He always hooks me up with records and stuff. Another great record spot. So check him out as well too.
Music Matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right on
Have
Buff
you ever
Ave.
been there? It's
Buff
by
Ave.
Sullivan's.
Never been there
across
before.
from Kelly's. Right
Yep.
across.
Across from Kelly's. Oh, I know. I drove by it. I never
Right
been
next
inside.
to that awesome vape shop, dude. It's
Awesome
freaking
vape
sick,
shop.
dude.
All right. Yeah. Everybody follow Division Rivals
On Instagram,
on Instagram.
please,
I love Division Rivals.
Do you guys have a Facebook?
or else. No.
No.
Do you have an X?
You have extra
account?
threads.
I have an X if you guys want to follow me, but I do not have one on for Twitter yet. But we're hoping to make a TikTok soon. We have some clips
Okay.
from some of our shows that we're still waiting on for them to get edited and stuff. So once that's done, TikTok's getting started.
Yes,
You ever
sir.
need some help with some edits? Or some editing?
Yeah,
Snapping on
media.
those photos. Also, go on Instagram at I Love Division Rivals. Mike took some amazing photos.
Shots by Mike P.
Shots
Yes,
by
sir.
Mike P, man. Got him a free admission to the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And actually, there's a funny story about that. I remember I saw D'Angelo and Davion at the gym. This is a really funny story. I
Oh,
saw
yeah, that happened.
I saw them at the gym, and so I asked D'Angelo. I'm like, when do you guys perform? Like, I saw the Instagram post. Or it was a story, and then it went away, I think. And I was like, when do you guys go on? And he was like, oh, we're going on like Saturday at this time. And I didn't ask him like the details, like, oh, was it this Saturday? Like, what day? So I show up to the bar on what's the bar's name?
Nietzsche's.
Nietzsche's. It's on Allen Street in Buffalo, is anybody who knows. And I show up, and I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, all right, it's about time for everybody to come on. Like, I'm like texting him. I'm texting D'Angelo.
Here's the text string. He goes, "What's D'Angelo's number? I have 2 different ones." So then I send him D'Angelo's number.
Yeah.
He goes, "Bro, I was gonna take pictures of his band, but either I missed them or I got the dates wrong."
Yeah. So I showed, like, I was already out in Buffalo, so like it wasn't like a crazy like inconvenience, but like, yeah,
He goes, "Bro, I'm there right now. I thought it was tonight."
I thought it was tonight, so I'm sitting here, and then D'Angelo got back to me, and he was like, "Dude, it's like next week."
The funniest part about that is I didn't text him back until like 5 o'clock in the morning because I work weekends. I work 12-hour shifts, and I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, why the hell?
Why was he
spam text messages from Mike?
I texted you on like iMessage, and then I texted you on like Snapchat.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what is
What's
going
good
on?
with Mike?
I'm like, yo,
This dude's tweaking.
I hope he's all right, man. I hope, and I'm like, this dude. I started dying.
Yeah, I just showed up. So I mean, I took some pictures of the band that was performing, but they didn't come out that good. So I mean, it was just kind of like. And then after, I just ended up going to the bar.
Fair.
As you should, man.
Yeah, Theo was our friend Theo was out there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, come on, I'm on Chippewa, come by," and I'm like, "All right, sure." So
Speaking
All
of
works out.
Theo's, yesterday was Theo's first birthday.
happy birthday to the Big Yak
Shout out
mascot.
to the Big Yak mascot.
Yeah, what'd you guys do?
We had a little
him drunk?
party for
Yeah,
him.
you got him drunk?
He was looking at all the wine. But
Thanks for
yeah.
the invite, by the way. I didn't even really want to go.
It was nice. We got him a little like pup cup from Starbucks, and then got him like a birthday cake like
Like
treat.
dog treat.
And yeah, so he got to enjoy that. He had a birthday hat on until he like tried to rip it off.
Man.
So it was a nice little bonus day for him. But yeah, no, it's Theo's first birthday. I can't believe
Oh,
that he's
Theo,
already
man.
a year old.
The man.
30-year-old.
I can't believe I go like months without seeing Theo. Because I remember when I first met him, he was like a baby, and he was like humping my leg and biting me and stuff. And then like 2 months later, Nico's like, "You want to come see Theo?" I'm like, "Sure." I open the door, it's this big ass dog. I'm like, like what?
He's at 46 pounds now.
Jeez,
We
man.
when
He
we
needs to get a job.
Well, yeah, I
Big
know. He
ass.
has to start paying rent.
Yeah.
I've been teaching him how to put away the dishes.
Just
or
do his
something.
taxes, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, the over-under was set way back when. I think I said it on the show, but we set the over-under at adult weight at 45 and a half. And as of his first birthday, he cracked the over.
Let's
Cracked
go. Made a lot of money on that one.
What'd you feed? What'd you
Ton of
feed
money.
that dog?
It's nothing but protein.
Nothing but protein.
I'm putting
Muscle
protein
milk?
shake?
I'm putting cat inside of his dog bowl.
Make sure you get some trend in there.
Yeah, put
You don't
some
want him to get fat. You want him to get lean.
He's lean.
He's lean.
Lean.
Next thing you know, like I haven't met him yet, but he's probably like, you feed him some trend. This dude's probably gonna be like Cliff of the Dog. He's like,
he rips the door open.
He
now.
has so much energy too.
He still does. But now picture that, but 46 pounds and like 3 times as fast. I used to like be able to like run around in the backyard with him, or like if I had to get him out of something, he'd go and like his favorite thing to do is he'll like pick up something that he knows he shouldn't, and then runs around with it and then tries to play chase. So I used to be able to just like scoop him up. But now he's faster than me. I mean, he's out there like juking me out. I think my left ACL is somewhere in the backyard because I lost it trying to catch him. But yeah, no, he's full of energy. But
Sign him up for the Bills, man. They need a running back.
what's his NFL comparison?
Ooh, he's shifty. He's real shifty.
Deuce Vaughn.
I'd give him. Nah, see, he's bigger than Deuce Vaughn.
Oh,
That's
you're
the
right.
problem.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk. Yeah. I would say Philadelphia Shady McCoy.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, he's wicked. He can
Put him on the Steelers right now. Right now. Right now.
need some
In my
to go with-
veins.
Oh man, that mic is just going all over
Dude,
the
it's
place.
insane. It's all right though. I'm gonna make it shake.
Okay. Let's head on to our show. Let's talk about the NFL headlines. What's going on? Had a lot of news break the last couple of days. First things first. Anthony Richardson named the 2023-24 starter for the Indianapolis Colts.
My boy.
Your
Shout
boy.
out.
I'm
Shout out
excited.
A-Rich, man.
Hey, Rich.
I'm
You know he's a
excited for him.
rapper?
Yeah,
Is
I
he?
did. It's
Yeah,
like
I found that out a couple days
it's
ago.
like GVO or something like that. Gainesville Zone. Yeah,
Yeah, Gainesville.
GVO.
GVO, man. I
So,
didn't
yeah.
listen to it, but I saw it.
We're
That's
bumping
sick.
some GVO.
You
GVO.
might have to. You might have Don Brown might have some competition.
Yeah.
Best big yak rapper on the show.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what Chief Keef said. Bitch, we GVO.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got Chief Keef endorsing him.
You do. Anthony Richardson named starter. So Gardner Minshew talk. There was little coming into the season, but Anthony Richardson is going to be the guy going forward. And apparently he was shocked when he found out.
Anthony
insane.
Richardson was or Gardner Minshew?
Anthony Richardson was.
I hope Gardner Minshew wasn't shocked.
Yeah, I don't know if
That would have been a nuts headline.
What? What? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Dude, what do you... He got... So what if he could throw the ball 70 yards, man? I could throw it 15.
But yeah, he was. I don't know if that's just him being like humble or anything like that. That's probably what it is.
Super humble. I love him, man. I
Yeah.
want him to succeed so bad, especially because that stupid Sports Center graphic. You saw the bus percentages?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Dude, this was like before the draft. They had his bus percentage at 85%.
That's crazy.
That
My
was the
bus
most-
percentage is going to be at 85% after week 1, and he throws for 300
Hey, yo.
yards and 3 touchdowns.
You feel me, man?
Hey, yo, 85%.
Now,
85% bus percentage.
Sure, it's not going to be like 100,
Yeah,
110.
it might be at that point.
yo, what? Oh, you have him in all your fantasy league or dynasty.
I have him
leagues.
in 2 out of the 3 dynasty leagues I'm in, so I'm thrilled to have him.
I want to talk about something real quick. I don't know if I texted Nico it the other night. Did anybody see Deion Dawkins' interview with Barstool Sports?
No.
Did anybody see it?
Uh-uh.
It was like it really went under the radar. I don't know why nobody like around here is talking about it. I'm on
Man, he had some comments.
I'm on X the other night and
Shout out X. Nope.
just somebody retweeted it and they asked him would you
Can't
would
believe
you
we're
die for
covering
Josh
this.
Allen, like, and they'd be like, what if Josh Allen, like, do you love him enough to where like if he chopped your hand off or something like that? It was some weird
Somehow
question.
it went on where he was like, Deion Dawkins said that I would lose all my fingers for Josh Allen.
Lose all my fingers for Josh Allen, and then he would the one guy on Barstool was like, hey, he couldn't get any holding penalties, and then Deion Dawkins goes, yeah, and I wouldn't be able to beat my dick. And then does
Just
this,
straight up,
and then
like-
he does this, and he just like keeps doing this like motion. And I don't know if I should be doing this motion right now, but
Keep doing it, brother. Keep doing it, man. Just, wait. I don't think they saw that. Can you just do it again so they can
It's
see
the
it?
replay. But
Can we get that in slow motion?
Can we get that in slow? I got you.
Where's can we get Pony by Genuine going?
but he was like that's what his answer was. Is like, yeah, like, oh, you wouldn't be able to get holding penalties, and then just outlandishly says, yeah, I wouldn't be able to beat my dick either. And I'm like,
like it's like
I
out
was
of the
like,
cut. Like
oh, okay.
And it like kind of like flies under for a second. You don't realize that he says it until like a couple seconds after, and then it just cuts back to him going.
He's just like,
he's going that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
I thought you. Nah, two.
Like, he was like 2 hands, like just going like this.
And then he was like, "I love you, Josh.
I love you, Josh.
All that just for him to get traded for Laramie Tunsil week 6, man. It's insane.
Are you from the future?"
See, I would love that.
Yeah, you feel me? Bet that right now. Bet that right now.
Odds are at plus 6 million.
Don't worry. Nah, that's not happening. He's going to the Steelers, man, for the minimum contract. After he gets bought out by the Texans for some reason.
He also, in the same interview, talked about how they got stuck in Chicago this past year on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
They
yeah,
all
yeah.
went to the strip club on Christmas Eve. And he was talking about how, like, all the strippers were, like, 3s.
I
And,
thought you
like,
said 3.
That was like 3.
Yeah,
That's
3.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
the 3.
fucked up strip club.
Dude, shut down.
That's my one. That's
But I'm
the
just
one.
like,
I can't say
That was well deserving. That
Yeah.
that one was that was
Yeah,
the right
No more.
that was the right place for it.
but yeah, it was just his interview. Like, I had to bet he got talked to from Bills or like management about that whole interview because it was just,
There's no way.
PR team was just like, "What are you doing?"
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
funny. It's funny.
It's hilarious, but like, why? It was
Why?
so.
It's like, yeah.
Like in my unhinged mind, I wouldn't even think to say something like that.
Like, he just went from, oh yeah, no, you wouldn't have any holding penalties, and just go, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to
I
match.
couldn't even hold my kid's hand. No, just straight. I can't beat my meat anymore. Wouldn't even be able to do it.
So he was wilding about that.
What else happened this week? Running back dominoes have fallen.
Yeah, we're going to that.
Zeke to the Patriots, Delvin Cook to the Jets.
Man,
Yeah, Brees Hall got activated.
Jets are gonna be so nasty when they trade for Devontae Adams, man.
Yeah,
That's the missing piece.
They're getting him. Promise you. That's something. The odds aren't even crazy on him, but that's gonna happen. They have all this cap. They still have all their cap space too, right?
I mean, that's true.
Like, why? It shouldn't take much. I mean, what's a first round pick for like probably like one of the best offenses in the NFL at that point, man?
I mean, they already are one of the best.
That's what I'm saying.
offenses.
If you add Devontae Adams to that, that'd be insane. Because like they have receiving core like Lazard, Mecole Hartman, obviously.
Garrett Wilson
Garrett
is the
Wilson.
front runner. I'm like
Randall Cobb.
Randall
the,
Cobb. You can't forget Randall Cobb.
the corpse of Randall Cobb.
Hey. Take his over on yard. It's probably at like 35.
For the season
taking-
or a game.
Season. He's at 35. I'm smashing that over $10,000 right now. If they can revive him.
He's gonna be the first NFL player in a walker going down.
But you gotta think with that receiving core, man. Like that. I mean, it's kind of like a question mark with Aaron Rodgers because he's 39 years old. And you don't know what's going.
Did you see he got sacked 10 times in practice today?
Hypothetically, it was like hypothetically, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's sacked because they didn't actually tackle him.
they
but-
like push
yeah.
or whatever. But that's insane. I mean, I don't know, man. Their offensive line, from me kind of talking on my ass, they didn't seem like they were like that all of that last year. They had,
they're a decent lineup.
it
They're
was-
not
yeah,
like
no,
top
it was.
unit.
Yeah,
pack,
no,
yeah.
they're not. Yeah, obviously not like a Lions or whatever. But like, sheesh, man.
Yeah, so that could happen. I could definitely see that happen. I don't see him staying in Vegas.
No, he's
Yeah.
out of there, dude.
That team is on a verge of a rebuild. I mean,
Yeah, they're
I was-
about to blow up.
I was
Like,
gonna
not in a
save
good
this
way.
for later, but like, the Josh Jacobs stuff is so ridiculous, man. Like, this dude's like a top 5 running back. You don't want to pay him.
he was my number 1 running back this last year.
That's what I'm saying. He's insane, and like their refusal to pay him for what? Because he's a running back. Like, stop being weird. I mean, the Raiders franchise is just weird. So yeah, you hear that, Raiders fans? You guys are freaking
Weirdos.
I almost went over the limit.
We're over the limit. We got the swear jar right there, or that's a swear bowl.
Let's see.
Swear bowl.
Swear bowl. So yeah, Dalvin Cook to the Jets. They activate Brees Hall. Zeke to the Patriots. Zeke to the Patriots doesn't do anything for
I
me.
hate that, man.
It doesn't do anything.
It's just
for me.
kind of
As-
gross sounding.
As a Ramondre Stevenson haver in a dynasty league, I hate that
Yeah.
because Zeke's gonna steal so many. Not so many, but he's gonna steal
Goal line
touchdowns.
touches specifically.
Dude, when he's on like the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, their offensive line is pretty. They're gonna push him through. They're
Yeah.
gonna get him there. But like,
Yeah.
those should be Ramondres.
Should be Ramondres.
I'm trying to win it all this year, man. That should be.
They have like a
Ramondres.
bunch of running backs too. They have a bunch of young guys back there that I think could have sufficed to be that number 2, number 3 role. I just don't think they really needed Zeke.
Yeah, they had Kevin Harris, they had Pierre Strong,
J.J.
they had
Taylor.
J.J. Taylor. I mean, they had a bunch of young guys, and now you're taking away that valuable time for running backs
But
and putting Zeke in there.
I did hear though. I mean, I mean, obviously they have the young running backs, but like I heard like I was reading articles and stuff about Zeke. They're saying like Ramondre was saying like the whole season he was tired because obviously Mac Jones sucks, so they're just like running him like 30 times a game, and he's just
Right, and that's
beat
even
up.
with Damian Harris.
Damian Harris was like out for like 6-7 games, dude.
Yeah.
He was injured.
He was sitting there getting beat up. He was playing amazing though, like as much as he could. But like, yeah, no, I mean, I like it for that purpose, just to give Ramondre a
Give him
break,
some
give
rest.
him some fresh legs, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's kind of like an old. He's only been in the league 2 years.
Yeah, this will be his
He's
third
like
season.
25, so I guess he's already had like I assume 4 years of college and obviously
Right.
all high school. That man's probably worn thin. So I'm glad he got some relief there. But like,
Yeah, it's just like they signed Zeke, and then you just kind of like look at the rest of the offense, and it's just kind of like it's
whoa, buddy.
whoa.
Don't talk about Steelers legend Juju Smith-Schuster. Like,
Juju Smith-Schuster,
take the over on 1,000 yards. this
1,000
season.
yards,
1,000 yards locked.
How many touchdowns?
2.
2.
All his touchdowns are going to Zeke and Ramondre.
Well, I mean that's more okay. 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I like that for him.
He's having a Deontay Johnson season, man.
Deontay Johnson season.
He's having Julio Jones season back in like what was it 2016 where he had all those yards and not a single
Record-breaking.
touchdown until like week 10.
That is insane, man. That was like prime Julio, too.
It's a waste of Julio.
Super waste.
Wasted Julio.
Screw the Falcons.
Screw the Falcons. Zach Martin, one of the best guards in the NFL, signed a extension, so he is back.
I love that. I mean, I don't love it because I hate the Cowboys, but like, I know there's NFL owners watching this right now. Pay your players.
Flipping?
Your flipping players.
Freaking players,
Like,
man.
It just annoys me so much because like
You could say it, just I don't.
no, I know. Yeah, just pay your players. Like, it's just insane. Like, you got all these players out here risking their health to play for you. Like, obviously, like, for like, I guess like a business decision, you don't want to give Jonathan Taylor, freaking Saquon these long contracts or whatever. But like, these people out here playing some of the best football in the league, and you don't want to pay them because he might get hurt. Like, as like a football fan, all these people should be getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, especially
It makes the game better. I agree.
makes it, dude. It's just insane. Like the refusal to pay these players that obviously deserve it.
Yeah.
Football business, not the smartest idea. But I don't like football business. I like seeing my favorite players and these great players getting what they deserve, and that's the money.
Money is
Stupid.
what they need.
Stupid
Clip
Jim
that. We got to
Irsay.
clip that one.
Stupid Jim Irsay.
He's
Stupid.
talking about like, I'm not going to give Jonathan Taylor $15 million. But I'm going to fly a freaking orca whale across the country for $20 million.
The one thing that ticks me off though about the Jonathan Taylor situation is they're not going to give him an extension, but they're not going to trade him because they
That
know
too.
his worth.
So he's just
Same-
locked up.
Same
Yes.
thing with like Zach Martin. They're like, I'm not going to trade him. Like, dude, like you're going to really like.
You're gonna risk some
'Cause-
prime years for that player.
Dude.
Obviously, Zach Martin, he got paid, so it worked out in their favor in this situation. But you can't
Like,
gamble
obvious-
that every single time.
Obviously, I'm a Steelers fan. I saw like the beginning of like the running backs getting screwed over with Le'Veon Bell.
Mhm.
Everyone was talking about Le'Veon Bell is crazy. He's that. The whole time, I'm hearing my dad say he's a huge Steelers fan. Dumb guy when it comes to football. So
Okay.
I hope you see this, Dad. I'm probably not going to see this. So. But like he's talking about like he doesn't deserve all this money while Le'Veon Bell's getting like literally the entire offense that season. Like if I'm him, I'm sitting out the entire season too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not playing for this team. That's not gonna pay me. I'm doing like the running back is probably like one of the hardest positions to play. You have so much to do. You got to be a receiver, obviously a running back, a blocker, decoy. It's just insane, man.
And it's like historically some of the greatest football players, or people that are deemed some of the greatest football players of all time.
Barry Sanders, Walter
Running
Payton,
backs.
Jim Brown,
Running back.
It's insane, man.
Even Bo Jackson, like
For sure, man.
running back.
Even like more recent, like Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Thompson, like
O.J. Simpson.
legend,
Yeah, O.J. Simpson.
legend. Famously not guilty.
Famously not guilty.
Famously not guilty, so he couldn't have been guilty. So
Marlon Humphrey, Ravens All-Pro, Pro Bowl cornerback, out the first couple weeks of the season. He is going on. He is undergoing a procedure, I believe, for his foot. I want to say I could be wrong, but he should be missing the first couple weeks, almost to a first month. So Marlon
get well
Humphrey,
soon, brother.
get well soon.
Even with that though, their secondary is still crazy. It's so deep, man.
It is
I
so
love
deep.
their draft. Like last year, who's that guy they picked in the first round? I'm blanking on his name.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton. Wasn't there another guy I'm thinking of too? Kyle Hamilton's definitely one of them.
Didn't they get? Or no, they didn't get one this year. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but either way, they're just so deep. That defense, that's a defense I think people are sleeping on a little bit because they're after they traded for what was it? What's his name? I'm such a casual, man.
Such a casual.
Such a casual.
What position?
Linebacker.
Was it
they grabbed,
Roquan Smith?
Roquan Smith. They were like a top 5 defense,
Yeah.
like for the remainder of the season, and that's obviously with all their injuries and stuff. But like, that's going to be a great fantasy defense. Man, they're going to have tons of sacks, definitely a bunch of picks.
Yeah, I agree. Lastly, for news, Michael Oher in The Blind Side. Like that was one of those headlines that I didn't even see coming. That came out of last.
That wasn't on my my bingo card for this year.
I could see it, man. You could look at that woman and tell she's a liar. She has the face of a liar. I'm surprised it took him this long for him
I'm
to
not
actually
going to
say
disagree with you.
I'm not disagreeing.
Bro, they had Sandra Bullock playing her. If you could pull up a picture of her right now and show her, like, dude, this woman looks nothing like her, man. It's insane.
Looking her up?
I didn't mean to throw the T in there.
Fake
The
mother.
Tui family.
Fake mother.
Fake mother.
That does not look like her.
No.
That looks nothing like her. She's a liar.
She's a liar. She got the Karen haircut.
Dude, she's a super Karen. It's like
Super
it's
Karen.
a messed up situation.
It's not
too.
even close.
Bro. Like what?
We'll have to make a clip of that.
That's crazy.
That has to be.
That's not even close.
That has to be on one of those TikToks.
One of them Tic Tacs.
The kid said
One
the
of those
Tic
tac
Tacs.
tacs or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that story is insane though. Like,
Do you watch the movie now? Like, if the movie comes on, like,
honestly, this might sound like a little weird, but like when I watch that movie,
you cry.
I'd laugh.
Oh, you laugh. Oh.
The scene with the car,
Dang.
the car
The
accident.
car wreck is.
This, the truck's coming. He's like, I'm like, yo, there's no way, man.
They're dancing and like having a good old time, and then you just see like right into like the back of a. It's like. Like what did they crashed into like
Some like parked truck or something like
I
that.
think it had like a bunch of
Like
what-
wood and
Yeah, the
stuff.
wood. Yeah, one of those trucks that have like the wood that carry on like the bed of
Bro,
the truck.
that scene is hilarious,
You
man.
pull
Like,
it up right now.
this is like, this shouldn't even be a funny scene, but it's like hilarious.
Oh my god.
He's like, you guys want to go drive? This is right after he got his car, too.
Where were they even going?
They were just driving because he just got his license.
Oh.
He's like, you're listening to some royalty-free music, and then you're vibing out to royalty-free music, and then just
Is that,
there
is that an ad?
There it is.
And that 4,250. Like, look at it. Tell me this isn't the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Bang! Like just. It probably shouldn't be funny, but it's like hilarious.
It's just the acting of it. It's just like
The funniest part is like you can see like a little bit like the kid is like not a person. It's like a rag doll. It's like you see like some thing just moving the past. Like, just no human movement. It's just like a freaking sack with like a mannequin hat on or something.
And the thing was, like, when they get out of the accident, they're just sitting there, and the kid is like in the stretcher, just like banged up, like not even really injured. Michael O'Hare is just kind of like lifts up his arm, and it's just all cut up. I'm like, there's no way that's happening in real life.
Right, you smack into the back of like a tree.
What
truck?
do you guys are probably
The funniest part about that is, like, according to him, that never even happened.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a made-up scene for no reason. He said none of the stuff in that movie actually happened. Like, why even add that?
Yeah, I'm looking at that movie differently now.
I agree.
As a kid, I was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest movie ever.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, that came out in 2006?
It was something like
2005
that.
or 2006.
I was
around
like 10 years old, crying, watching. I'm like, this is the best.
What a story! They had what's it, the dude from the coach from LSU?
Oh,
Go Tigers! Go Tigers! What is his name? I'm drawing a blank. The head coach of the Tigers. He used to be.
not the one that died.
Orgeron. Coach Orgeron.
Yeah.
He was in it. Like Nick Saban was in it. Like
I remember Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban was in it too. They had some people, in that
That's
cast.
some
Star-studded cast.
None of that happened though.
Prime
Like
Sandra Bullock too.
Prime Sandra Bullock. What is she now? Washed?
Yeah, as opposed to.
I haven't seen what she looks like now, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I think the last movie I saw of hers was like, it's probably a long time ago. The one with like Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah, no, she's kind of. No, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm only gonna be mean to stupid billionaires that don't play their NFL or pay their NFL players.
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay, hate
He's getting all the hate.
you jerk. They
So
will for you.
you pitched this idea to us last week, and you want to do a draft.
Yeah.
You want to do a draft.
You want me to introduce
There's
this?
Explain to us what this draft is going to consist of.
So we're about to draft fantasy teams. We're going to draft a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end.
Okay.
Not off skill, just on how handsome they are.
Okay.
And we're going to
The handsome
Straight
fantasy
beauty.
football draft.
the beautiful man draft.
Beautiful man draft.
So if you guys are in the comments right now, make sure you comment your top your fantasy your dreamboat fantasy team.
your man crush fantasy team.
Exactly, dude. And I want you guys to also, when we're done with this draft, I want you guys to vote who has the most beautiful team in the league.
That's the most beautiful team. All right. So since this is your creation, I want you to go first.
One.
Well, let's give them.
One,
let's
one.
give the people the rundown. How many running backs? How many wide receivers? How
Just
One quarterback.
one quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end.
Okay. One overall.
1-1. Give me one second.
D'Angelo Johnson.
What do you want 1-2 or you want me to go 1-2?
You guys can do whatever you want.
I feel like there's a consensus one.
And we're gonna do serpentine too, obviously.
Of course.
To make it fair, because I got my list. 500 players ranked from handsome and stuff these days.
Yeah.
I was really doing my due diligence. All right. So with 1-1,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
with the first pick of the handsome man draft, D'Angelo Johnson of division rivals picks Jalen Hurts.
Jalen. Wow.
Handsomest man in the league by far.
By far. Why is that?
Dude, he's just a handsome guy, man. Like,
Why is that?
what? What do you mean why?
I don't know.
just
Like, what's his best
subjective
what's his
beauty.
best feature?
Just a handsome guy.
He's a handsome
I would
guy.
love to hang out with him. Strictly
yeah?
platonic. Just
Platonic?
a handsome guy, man.
All right. So is it going this way?
Let's go this
Whatever.
way.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So there's a clear number 2 overall and behind Jalen Hurts.
He's getting picked. I know it.
Yeah, give me Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding.
that's
ding,
not
ding,
who I was
ding,
thinking.
ding.
My guy might fall to me then.
Uh-oh.
So, all right. Here we go. So, I'm going at number 3. Give me Travis Kelce.
That's
Wait,
a
wait,
solid
wait,
pick.
wait. Before we continue,
Yes.
Is this before turn off the body cam, haircut, and mustache?
Yes.
Yes.
It's gotta
Okay,
be.
cool.
This is
Perfect. I
like
love that.
full head of hair.
Like a year ago, Travis
Yes.
Kelce.
Yeah.
Handsome man.
Beard.
Just
Buzz cut. With
No
the beard.
mustache.
the beard. Yes. Beautiful man right there.
Beautiful
him
man.
now.
I don't know what he did. Why
I'm
did he
scared
do
to
that?
walk near him.
Scared to walk near him.
For my safety, I'm not going near him. But last year, I'd have a beer with him. He's a
have a
nice
beer
guy.
with him. Yeah. Are we going back
So
to
now,
back?
yeah,
Oh, I got another
You got
pick.
pick
All
4.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my tight end. Got that out of the way. Receiver. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with my man Stephon Diggs.
That's a fair pick. That's a solid pick.
That's what wanted to fall to me, man.
Stephon Diggs, man, has some beautiful.
He's
he
got
has
some
beautiful.
drip.
He has some
He's
beautiful
a
teeth.
Beautiful face. He's he's
Really handsome guy.
And has good aesthetic.
yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah. All right, Nico.
My pick overall. What is that? Number 5 overall.
Yep.
Give me Saquon Barkley.
Say quads.
Saquon.
That's a great pick, man. That was about to be my next pick.
D'Angelo.
So with that, pick me some young guys, man. Like some
Hey,
new,
yo.
some new
fresh bait.
handsome guys. For this one, I'm picking my boy, running back. About to be one of the amazing running back. Hopefully, he also doesn't get screwed over by these stupid owners. Give me Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah,
Handsome
that's a good
guy.
pick. That's a good pick.
Super handsome guy. Like I said, I'd love to have a beer with him, man.
Would you kiss him on the forehead?
On the forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He'd
kiss
let
him.
me.
Kiss him
I don't
goodnight.
want to do it like unconsensually. But feels
Unconsensually.
like, yo, bro, just kiss me on the forehead.
Just
man.
kiss me.
Did you just pull up a list of the most handsome players in the league?
I gotta get some reference here.
Come on, man.
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to
Uh-oh.
prepare for this.
All right, D'Angelo, you have another one.
All right, with this, my first receiver, I don't know if he's on any of your guys' radars. I mean, he might be. He's one of the top receivers. Give me my boy Jalen Waddle, man.
Jalen Waddle.
That's a great
Jalen
pick.
Waddle,
yeah,
That's
he's a
solid
good-looking
pick.
man.
Oh, my God.
He's also a very good player as well.
Great player. Like, my team, like, not only are they super handsome, it's probably the best fantasy team.
You have a really solid fan. See, I led off with Jimmy G, so my team's not getting great
You know what's
fantasy points.
crazy? I didn't have Jimmy G in the top 3.
Really?
Really?
You know who I had after him? I mean, I could tell you. I mean, just Mike left, and I already got my QB. Bryce Young, man.
Bryce Young.
Handsome young man.
That's your next pick?
I already have a quarterback.
We already have a
Yeah.
quarterback. Okay.
He's all yours if you want him, though.
Yeah, you still need a quarterback.
I still need a quarterback. We'll see. I might have another quarterback in mind.
Wide receiver. I got kind of a sleeper pick here.
Oh, it better not be my sleeper pick. Cause
Give
I
me
have
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Can you just pull up T. Higgins?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what T. Higgins looks like. Because I was just going through, like, sleeper and just looking. Very handsome guy.
He's a very handsome man.
My pick is about to be crazy because you're not even going to. I don't even think you guys know what this guy looks like.
Who is it? Is it me now?
Yeah,
right?
it's you.
All right. I'm gonna go my quarterback, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, that's a
Joe
handsome man.
Shiesty.
He was top 3 for me. Okay, I was talking to my girlfriend. Where would you guys rank Josh Allen on handsome quarterbacks?
Top 5.
I don't know if I would put him in the top 5.
Really?
I'm jacking he might be like borderline top 10. I don't think he's that handsome.
Molly and I have talked about
like
this
the-
too. Molly's like, I have no attraction to Josh Allen.
Emily,
I'm like, I get it. Like, I
Emily
understand.
thinks he's the second most behind, like, obviously Jalen Hurts, the
Yeah.
most handsome man. in
Yeah,
the
I'm not
league.
putting him top 3, but I think like number 5. I'd put Josh Allen.
I would give him like maybe like 8 to 11.
Joe Burrow's a solid pick. That's who Molly would probably rank number 1.
He's got the flow, man.
guys-
He's got the
Him,
drip.
him,
he
and,
got,
him and Jalen Hurts
got
are
the
up there.
swagger.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Freaking, you guys ever see that dude on Twitter? His girlfriend made a list of all the she ranked the hottest starting quarterbacks, but she had all the black quarterbacks at the bottom of the list. Like she had Jalen Hurts at like 19.
What the heck?
It was like the most.
Sounds
She had like
racist.
Daniel Jones at like 9.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh man,
That
that's
was like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
oh,
All right, we all have 3 rounds in. Mike, you need a running back and a wide receiver.
A
Still.
running back and a receiver. All right, receiver. You know he's a little bit on the wash side of player wise, but we're not talking about play here.
We're talking about handsomeness.
Handsomeness.
Oh man, I forgot about him. I didn't put him. I know who you're picking.
Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Oh.
Odell Beckham. OBJ.
I didn't even think of him. He's like definitely top 5 in the entire league, and he just
Yeah.
went over my head.
That's my steal of the draft.
That's a
man.
good steal. That he dropped. He fell way down.
Yeah, no.
You had to grab who was the best player available.
Yeah, you got best player available by
Yes,
far.
sir.
I
Yeah.
probably would have picked him over Jalen Waddle.
So
Whatever.
I'd party on a boat with him.
Dude, I'd drink a beer with him.
Simply.
A beer? I would have one. With
Yeah, I'd have one.
I would have a beer with that man.
So again, we're not talking about skill here. We're talking about handsomeness. I got my second wide receiver picked out.
Wait,
You got another pick.
I did. I
No, you
picked
did.
mine.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
no, isn't it D'Angelo?
No,
No,
it's
it goes back.
Serpentine.
Yeah. It goes
Oh,
back this way.
Oh, wait. Who'd you get?
I got Jalen Waddle and Bijan.
Oh,
And Jalen Hurts. Yeah. So yeah, you're 4. So
I just did.
You're round
Burrow,
4, pick 1.
Burrow, and then Beckham.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then it goes.
So then it goes back to me.
Go back to you.
It goes
Yeah,
back and
Serpentine.
forth.
Oh,
back and forth.
Serpentine. I'm stupid.
Durr.
Sorry.
Dum dum.
Oh,
Someone get this guy, real idiot guy right here.
my god.
So like I said, we're not going off of skill here. We're going off of handsomeness. This is a guy I definitely have a beer with.
Mm-hmm.
Cute guy.
Cute guy.
Good guy.
Handsome guy.
Give me Mapletron. Give me Chase Claypool.
Mapletron.
Let me see what he looks like. I don't know if I'm feeling Mapletron.
Feel me?
He's not doing it for me, man.
Is that doing it for you?
He's not doing it.
No?
This is a
Not-
crazy conversation.
He's not doing it. I might have like a wine cooler.
Like, come
A
on.
wine cooler?
Okay, no.
Look at that picture.
The picture you showed me before. Show Mike. That other picture was a bad picture. That's a good
Which picture you showing before?
That's the
that
picture
one?
you
Oh,
showed.
I mean, he's kind of like off guard.
That's a good picture.
That's also off guard, but like that's just. But it's, you can tell that's.
Look
by
at those
professional-
teeth.
As a professional
Yeah.
photographer, took that picture because
Those
of the
veneers?
background blur. But he has, he has some good teeth.
Handsome guy. This one, like I said, you guys probably might not even know what either of these guys look like.
Mhm.
My first pick at wide receiver, Tank Dell.
Tank
Dell.
Dell.
Look at Tank Dell right now, man.
I gotta look him up, man.
Dude,
I don't know what he even looks like, to
that's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying. Just look at him.
Yeah, that's a handsome man. That's a handsome man.
Ah, okay.
Sleeper. Sleeper.
Ah, yeah, he's a handsome dude. So yeah,
And you
Tank
got
Dell.
your
I'll
last
tell you that.
pick.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm really debating between these last two. But, you know what, man? Give me Noah Fant.
Noah Fant.
All right. Good pick.
I don't know
good
if I
pick.
could get with that.
Look at him.
Look up Noah Fant.
Do you know what Noah Fant looks like?
I know he has like really short hair.
Oh, wait. That's the picture I saw. I didn't see that picture.
Yeah, he looks a little constipated in that.
That's a good picture.
Okay,
man.
okay,
That's a
okay.
great
Bring back the short hair. No,
I was gonna
offense.
say like I feel
short hair, Noah Fant. Don't look at the first picture that pops up. That is rough. But that was
Yeah.
him in college, though.
Okay. So this is where it gets tough. We're running out of some cute names.
I got something for you, man.
I'm looking
I
at
got
through
something.
tight ends.
This is what I was torn between. Dawson Knox.
I was thinking about Dawson Knox, and you know what?
I didn't pick
For
him because he
you,
has a mullet, man.
I'll do
I
that.
Can't pick
You know
anyone
what?
with a
You're
mullet.
right. Dawson Knox is solid. Molly would agree. We went to training camp a couple weeks ago.
I'm putting
And we
Matt
were like-
Milano at tight end.
We were,
Yes.
oh yeah, for this and this only. We were probably from here to the door from Dawson Knox, and she was like, "I think I have a crush on him." And I'm
I
like, you
think
know
I
what? I
want
get
him.
it. I understand.
I think I want
It's
him.
just the only thing that I didn't pick him was the mullet. I hate mullets, man. That's why I didn't. That's another thing that's bringing Josh down. That nasty ass mullet.
Yeah, he's a mullet now. He never had a mullet until this
I mean, it's
season.
like he's got like curly hair now, Dawson Knox.
But it's a mullet still, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm not messing with the mullet, man.
trying to think. Oof.
Last pick,
What do you need?
I need a running back, I think, or
just
any,
a running back.
Running
just
back.
a
who's
relevant.
my one running back?
Oh, dude, I had someone. Let me help you out, brother.
Help me. You want to help me out?
I'm trying, man. How do you? I wish I knew how to like undo stuff on this. I deleted it on accident, but
Delete that
We got
accident?
some love in the chat from
Oh,
Jules. Jules said Waddle's an elite third rounder. Jules said Mike's in love. No Saquon, I'm her. I
Saquon
I
got
grabbed
picked.
Saquon.
Dante Pettis.
Dante Pettis over
Forgot
Chase
he
Claypool.
existed.
don't
I
know
forgot
what
he
it is.
existed.
He said Dante Pettis
He's a
snubbed
receiver.
insanely.
Dude, well, I was gonna say
Najee.
Najee Harris, man. That's a handsome guy, man.
Yeah, that's a good pick by
Thinking.
Jules.
I'm thinking.
Look at Najee, man. Najee's a handsome guy.
You need a running back,
Uno
Mike.
momento.
Look at him.
Did you see the picture just change?
It did
Did you
change
see
for
that?
some- it did change.
Look at watch it again.
Instantly changed.
All right.
The left doesn't
I'll
want
go
you to see
Najee.
that picture of Najee.
I tried looking up some cute NFL running backs, and I'll go Najee with my last pick because there's not a lot of good looking running backs, man.
No, it's because they're getting the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
And then they're getting paid like $500,000.
They don't got enough money to keep up with their looks.
Dude, it's like hockey players, man. Like they be getting messed up, man.
They got like one tooth and stuff.
Bro, Ovechkin, it's insane, man.
Christian McCaffrey undrafted.
Christian McCaffrey did go undrafted.
I'm picking all those running backs over Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey he doesn't do anything for me.
You feel me? He just looks like some like
Joe said he might be the most handsome running back if we forget about James Conner. James Conner is a solid pick too.
I gotta see him again. I feel like he looks. Yeah, no, he's not doing it for me, man.
He's not doing it for you. What about
Yeah, I forgot he had that nasty.
What about Zeke? What about Zeke?
Zeke?
Like Zeke
Feel
has
like
short
big
hair now.
boys.
I like Zeke now with the dreads, but like I'm picking all those. Like I said, all those running backs over literally all those people that we picked were all the three in my top three.
You know who's a sleeper pick for me? Never mind.
You know who I'm surprised also?
Never mind.
You know what kind of surprised me who didn't get drafted?
Who?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is another solid pick.
I was like, because
I wasn't even thinking about him.
That's how I felt with Odell. I was like, how did he slip my mind? But DK was on my radar. I got my boy Tank.
Who would be the number one pick that you would cuddle with?
Cuddle with?
Yeah.
I guess it'd have to be 1-1.
Jalen Waddle. You'd love to cuddle with Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Sorry. Sorry, I got my Jalen's mixed up. Jalen Hurts. You know what's
Only
funny?
if he wanted to cuddle.
We talked about that before when we had Rodney on for the first time.
Yes, he was the cutest quarterback.
Yeah, he was
in the
like,
league.
I asked him that question. I forgot. That was like episode 15.
The only thing that throws me off a little bit about Jalen Hurts is that goatee. I miss Just Mustache, man. Just Mustache, Jalen. That's a man I'm definitely cuddling with.
Joey, do you have any?
I hope all of the people we picked and didn't pick are watching this too. So when you guys eventually meet these boys, it's the most comfortable feeling you guys ever had in your life. You're not going to feel very weird.
Very weird.
Very weird having a handsome man fantasy draft.
Listen, man, if I saw, a guy like Stephon Diggs in person,
I could, though. That's the crazy part. It's like, it's so in the realm of...
Right. There are a lot more impossible things.
I would, I'd tell him, man, you're a handsome-ass dude.
That's why I was hoping he was following me. I thought Nico was for sure picking him one, too, man.
I saw him in my sights, man.
I had to grab my quarterback.
Wait, what he fell? 2-1?
He fell to 2-1.
That's crazy, man.
No, 1-3. He fell to 1-3.
No. He picked someone else before Diggs. You picked Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I have this memorized.
D'Angelo's ready for this segment.
I've been prepping for this for weeks, man. Weeks.
So that was our handsome man drafts.
Like I said, you guys, whoever's watching this, make sure you rank this in the comments. I'm sure this will eventually become a reel too.
You know what?
Should
I'll
go
make it a
viral.
reel. This is what we'll do. I'll read off all the teams real quick, and then that'll probably end up being our clip.
Yeah.
So D'Angelo's all handsome team. At quarterback, we have Jalen Hurts. At running back, we got Bijan Robinson, Jalen Waddle, and Tank Dell at wide receiver, and Noah Fant at tight end. For me, I got Jimmy G as my quarterback. I got Saquon Barkley as my running back. I got T. Higgins and Chase Claypool as my wide receivers, and Dawson Knox as my tight end. For Mike, we have Joe Burrow at quarterback, Najee Harris at running back, Odell Beckham and Stephon Diggs at wide receiver, and Travis Kelce at tight end. Who do you think is the cutest team out of this draft? Let us know.
Be honest, too. I don't want no toxic masculinity.
Honestly, let's vote who, out of us three, who do you think has the most beautiful team?
Who had the best draft?
I'm not going to lie, man. It might be Mike.
Mike had a solid draft. I'm not going to lie there.
That Joe Burrow pick, I think, sold it.
Yeah.
Or Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, you
sold it?
You
mean sold it for you?
Yeah.
I thought you meant did bad. I'm like, you're insane.
You have a deep team right here.
The thing is with my team, 3 of those people, most people don't even know what they look like. So
I didn't know what
that
Tank
does
Dell
tank
looked
some
like.
of the value.
yeah,
I do have a couple front runners in Jimmy G and Saquon Barkley.
yeah.
That those two guys are definitely carrying.
No, couple girls who heartthrob over those two guys right there.
Jalen Hurts though, I don't know. All my boys love Jalen Hurts, man.
That's
he's consensus 1-1 in the entire league, right? For you guys.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's a cute
Joey?
ass dude.
Joey?
I don't know any players.
Oh, man.
No.
When you get home,
Carson Wentz.
No.
Carson Wentz is bottom 57 quarterback. I feel like
He
not
might be
only-
like one of the ugliest.
He is, and I also hate
I mean, if you're a
He's such
fan
a
of English
loser,
royalty,
man. Like, I hope you're not watching this because I'm about to talk so crazy about Carson Wentz. But, like, him, when Jalen Hurts first got drafted, he was so weird, man. Like, he was out here, like, talking shit to Jalen Hurts. He was like, yeah, you got to get my towels. You got to get me. Shut the. Hate you, man. Talking about a boy like that, man. Don't let me find you so you can beat my ass. I'm going to sue you, though, if you beat my ass. I promise you that. I'm getting a bag if you beat my ass.
D'Angelo, Emily's watching. She also wants to pitch in and say that the Bills have the handsomest team in the NFL.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. You're going to tell me team that got, I don't even want to say it because they're Bills players, but like Deion Dawkins. That's the most handsome team in the league.
He has braces.
He does have braces at 33 years old.
33. I don't think he's that old.
He's like 20,
And it's fine.
28,
Yeah, it's,
something like
yeah,
that.
no, it's fine.
It's
Yeah,
close
braces
enough.
that old. But most handsome team in the league is by far the Eagles, man.
Eagles.
A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
That's solid, yeah.
Freaking DeAndre Swift's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Bro, like that offense is already taken. Even Jason Kelsey. Big guy. Handsome big guy.
Dad bod.
Dad bod.
Dad bod.
That's what's in right now.
Fletcher Cox. All right.
I mean, it's in his last name.
You feel me?
Cox.
Cock. Shout out Cock, man. Shout out Fletcher Cock.
All right, fantasy football.
No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not
Oh,
there
no,
yet.
no.
We're
we're not
still
there.
on the handsome man draft. We're going over sleepers now. Undrafted sleepers in the handsome man draft.
We gotta get to take you to the bank.
Oh, yeah. Okay. On that note, let's get paid.
Let's get paid. Let's hear it, Nico.
Money, money, money. Here comes the money.
All right. This is going to be the last week I talk about the Best Ball Mania 4. And then we'll go into the pick'ems next week. But first, I still want to talk to you about the biggest fantasy football tournament of all time, Best Ball Mania 4. Don't know what Best Ball is? It is simple. You just enter Best Ball Mania on Underdog's slick mobile app, draft your team, and that is it. Yep, it's set and forget as Underdog optimizes your lineup weekly to create the highest scoring one. It's here, it's Best Ball Mania 4, and it's your shot at a first place prize of $3 million. Woo! Hey, yo.
Need that.
Get signed up on UnderdogFantasy.com or via the App Store with promo code BIGYAC. That's BIGYAC. And we'll get your first deposit doubled up to $100.
Podcast.
That's Underdog
dreams
Fantasy.
come true.
It's like the old 93.7.
WB.
2 a.m. you wake up.
This
and
is
that thing's
Nicholas
on.
Pickles with the Underdog betting promotion.
Once again, that is Underdog Fantasy promo code BIGYAC, BIGYAC. You must be 18 years old or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. And if you're concerned with your play, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY for help today.
Get some help.
All right, let's bring it to Take It to the Bank, and probably one of our most obscure pick'ems yet.
Yeah, this is scary. Scary take 5 that we got going on. For some reason, we can only do the Eagles and Browns game. So that being said, we're only limited to 5 players from those two teams, which is kind of But Nico, tell me your take 5.
Alrighty. Here I got to pull it up. Okay. I have DTR. I liked what I saw last week. I think he carries it in next week. Give
Last
me
2 weeks.
higher than 106.5 passing yards. For Tanner McKee, I don't know if we'll see a lot of him. Give me lower than 105.5 passing yards.
Okay.
Demetric Felton, I think this one's pretty obtainable. But that being said, I don't know if he gets much playing time this week. Give me lower 45.5 rushing and receiving yards. Up next, Tyreek Cleveland. I don't think we'll be seeing much at all of him on the Eagles. So give me lower 28.5 receiving yards. And then Cedric Tillman, the rookie, third-round pick for the Browns. I'm really liking what we're seeing out of him. I think because he's a rookie, he'll get a little bit more playing time, so give me higher than 24.5 receiving yards.
You said Cedric Tillman?
Yep.
Isn't that like another football player's name or something? Like, I swear to God, I've heard that name, but like the guy's like at least 50. Why have I heard that name before?
It's a familiar name. I know what you're talking about. I think it's
Cedric.
Charles Tillman, maybe.
Charles Tillman. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
My pick 5. I have some similar. Cedric Tillman over or. So I have Cedric Tillman higher than 24.5. I have John Kelly, running back, lower than 41.5 rushing receiving yards. John Kelly, he had a solid first 2 weeks, but I like Felton a little bit more. So I'm going to go the lower with him. Tyree Cleveland, lower than 28.5. I mean, it's just hard for some receivers to go over like 30 yards in a preseason game.
Right. They're not
You know.
getting many looks, much playing time at all. So
Yeah.
it's really tough to kind of to gamble them.
Right. Tanner McKee, I'm going higher than 105.5. I thought he had a really nice showing last week. I think hopefully in my sake, he plays a good amount of playing time. But if not, then you'll get that lower. But I liked what I saw. He was one of the couple rookie quarterbacks that really stood out to me, like him and like Aiden McConnell.
Yeah,
were, like,
Aiden
two-
McConnell had a fantastic game.
Yeah. And then I have DTR lower than 26.5 rushing yards. I don't think
That's
he'll be
fair.
doing
That's
that
high.
much
That's
scrambling.
high.
Yeah. So that's my underdog take 5.
D'Angelo's got one.
D'Angelo is scheming.
I have one.
Is
man.
you ready?
I'm not gonna lie. Don't even know who most of these people are, so I'm going by how cool their name sounds.
Okay.
So start off for Tyree Cleveland. I love that name, so I have him over 28 or higher 28.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Just because like Tyree Cleveland, it's like Kyrie, and he
And
played
he's
for
facing Cleveland.
Cleveland,
Hey, oh.
and he's playing Cleveland,
And he's playing
and
Cleveland.
Kyrie played in Cleveland. Sick, man. And one of the few people I do know, David Bell, give me that over or higher at 26.5 receiving yards. Like, I don't know. Like, he's the running back, right? Yeah, like, he's the running back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I could see him doing that. And to go with that, the passing DTR, unfortunately, have him lowered.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
not saying like, dude, he's been looking great this whole preseason. But I feel like teams are starting to like notice that a bit, and they might try to hold him off a bit and shoot. Maybe even the Cleveland might pull him a little early and let that third string guy. I don't even know what his name is.
Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
Yeah, I might let him play because DTR seems like he's him. Watch out,
Him.
Deshaun Watson.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And then for Trey Sermon, cool name again. I don't know who you are.
Trey
brother.
Sermon, is he on the
Eagles.
He's on the Eagles now?
Yep.
I must have missed that.
Don't even know who that
He's
is.
on the Eagles.
Shout out him, but I loved his name, so I'm giving him the higher for 35.5 rushing and receiving. Like, why can't he do that? Is he a running back?
Yes.
Okay. I can
Out of
see that. I
Ohio
mean, the
State.
Eagles don't like throwing the running backs, but it's also not Jalen Hurts, like who's basically a running back, but
Handsome man.
super handsome. Would
Super handsome
love to
man.
have a beer with him. Yeah, so give me the higher on 35.5. They might give him off a couple of dump offs. Luck out like Calvin Austin. Get that humongous. Shout out Calvin Austin, man.
Calvin Austin.
Steelers.
Steelers.
You don't know who that is, bro?
I do.
I'm just making sure, man. Steelers legend. Calvin Austin.
So, real quick before, in Jules' Dynasty League, Austin paid to claim him off waivers $16.
I did the stupidest
Really?
thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I did for Joshua Palmer?
In his Dynasty
Yeah,
League?
I did
I-
the stupidest
It was
thing.
like $20,
$20.
right?
20 smackers.
Literally just released them today to get Mike Davis.
Yeah.
Absolutely the
Let's
stupidest
go.
thing I've ever done in my
Let's
life.
go,
But
man.
it's whatever. I never used the waiver money anyway, so it's cool. And I'm gonna win anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Your team is kind of wicked in my dynasty
I'm
league.
trying. Yo,
Let's
so,
talk about that.
So,
Let's talk about some dynasty leagues.
Want to talk about some dynasties?
so Mike,
Hi.
St. Brown completely untouchable.
Yes. He is untouchable as untouchable you can get.
Okay, I respect. Nico,
Nico.
is Jamar Chase completely untouchable?
You know, I think everyone has their
Bro, I'm
their
telling
trade
you.
value.
You can get that stack. Michael Pittman, Brandon Ayuk, Isaiah Pacheco. First round pick this year.
And a first-round pick in 2025.
That will get it done.
I would consider it.
We got to make this. That seems like a lot. I am all in this year. I really don't care. I would do that. If you want to make that down right now.
We can talk about it.
Tim, we got to get this done right now on the episode.
Right here, right now.
Let's get into the nitty gritty. You know, if I find out you pull up that stupid website, not stupid
What
website.
website are you talking about? Keep Trade Cut?
Keep Trade Cut. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like a good tool. Me and Nico just had a,
Okay, so I've used it as like kind of like a tool,
which
to
is
help me
it's
out.
fine, but
They
So,
make
Nico,
it seem
or-
like I treat it as the Bible.
bro, we were making. Did he show you the trade he made with me for Jamar Chase?
Did you?
Yes, yeah. That was one you weren't a huge fan of, but
yeah, he
Yeah.
gave me Amon St. Brown, 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, that was a trade. That was a trade that I was like, I probably wouldn't do that, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
I would totally would do that trade again. if I
Well,
could.
I know you would. No, you would. But I just wasn't a big fan of it.
all right, here's the trade.
Man, now I think about it, maybe I wouldn't do that trade. 2 first-round picks.
I sent Amon-Ra St. Brown, Javonte Williams, a second and a third next year, and then the next 2 years first. And I got back Michael Pittman, Jamar Chase, and Brian Robinson.
Many men.
It's a little hefty, but I do have Anthony Richardson, so I really wanted the stack, and I am
Bro,
high on Michael Pittman.
You could get him again.
Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase, and that was really the centerpiece of this trade. And then I'm pretty high on Brian Robinson this year. I think he's going to be RB1 in Washington.
I don't think that. Just because, like, I don't know, man. I like Antonio Gibbs, and they seem like Washington really likes Antonio Gibbs too. And they didn't change their offensive coordinator or anything, did they?
Yeah,
They added Eric Bieniemy.
I forgot about that. Maybe he will be running back one. I mean, they're probably gonna do like a crazy split. It'd probably be 1A, 1B if I had to guess. But
I mean, I didn't mind Brian Robinson last year.
he did literally get shot and come
did
back 4 weeks later.
Yeah, many men.
And he wished death upon me, blood in my
Yeah,
eyes,
upon me.
now I can't see.
I
And
do want
Buddy's
to
trying
talk
to take
about
my
our boy
life away.
Charles.
Many men.
Yeah, let's go with Charles.
Charles is first year in Dynasty. Actually, in fantasy football and Dynasty.
Not fantasy football, but definitely dynasty. I mean, his
He's
moves
learning.
have been insane. For like, obviously, a lot of people aren't in the loop. Like, he traded Devontae Adams for George Pickens straight up.
Like, it was
Holy
1 for
crap!
1.
He traded CMC to you, right? For like, what was that? Like Kyle Pitts and like some Josh Mingo.
Here, I'll give you some of the trade highlights here.
And the thing that sucks is like, I don't care that he makes these trades. Everyone's, because I'm the commissioner of this league, everyone's freaking complaining to me about these trades. Like, I'm just gonna let people do whatever they want. Like, as long as it's not like obvious
clear
collusion. Because like, as crazy as that Devontae Adams one's for George Pickens, I've definitely seen worse than that.
Yeah.
Like,
There's worse, but I mean that is.
it's not a great trade.
so-
And for someone that doesn't have their first round pick in the draft this year either, he traded that for JSN. He traded.
I was gonna say I'll read off some of these. So
Yeah, no. Nico's never
Um,
told you about any of these trades.
I've heard.
yeah, so
heard.
I sent Charles, JSN, and Raheem Mostert. Got back James Conner, Jonathan Mingo, 2024 second and 2024 third, and then I got his first for this. Like it was the 2023 first. Or no, sorry, it was
2024, this. Marvin
2025's first and 2026 second.
You got 24 first. No, Jules has that.
Jules has his
what was that
2024
even- I don't
first.
even remember what that was for.
And
He's
then
done so many trades.
he made a trade. He sent Dak Prescott and got back Kyler Murray in a second, which I think was a
Great
solid,
trade.
that's a
I
solid
don't-
pick. And
That's
that, but then this is where it kind of starts to.
Go crazy.
Yeah, he sent away Devontae Adams to get back George Pickens 1-for-1.
I like Pickens, but no.
The
And
thing
then-
with Pickens, he's like great receiver, bad fantasy player. As of like last year, he was a horrible
He's
fantasy
only a
player.
rookie though.
He was a rookie. Like, he's getting all these crazy catches, but like, man's having like one catch, 38 yards, and it's the one hand one where he's snagging it in. Like, you think he's the greatest. Like, if you just saw highlights of him, you think like, oh, this dude's like has to be top 5 like receiver. Stats, not sure that. But like you said, he's a rookie. Kenny Pickett's obviously going to improve. That's another thing with the Steelers. I like they actually drafted offensive linemen. I think we signed a guy too. I'm not like certain, but like we definitely improved the offensive line. That's like the biggest issue. That should free up Najee. Sorry, I just gotta keep spreading my Steelers propaganda first to just go 9-8.
Terrible tower.
Here's another
Don't
trade.
have one.
I sent Charles, Jordan Love, Rashad White, and a second next year, and got back Kirk Cousins and Kyler Murray.
I honestly didn't even hate that trade.
That's an okay trade.
Everyone was complaining about that one. Like it's.
I think that was more like people were just they saw that they were just mad that he traded again. You know what I mean?
I like Rashad White though. He should be pretty good in my opinion.
This one was kind of sus. He sent away Travis Kelce and Xavier Hutchinson and got back Cam Akers, Trey Lance, and a 2024 third.
Yeah, I don't know what that trade was. Just I don't know. It's
Trey
whatever.
Lance,
It's
sell him.
Dynasty. At the end of the day, it's also a $10 buy-in.
Yeah.
So no one really cares that much. I mean, people.
$10
care.
is a lot of money, man.
It is a lot of money.
They
but
get you like
it's like 2 beers.
it's like 2
Yeah,
beers.
That's
simply.
2 beers at the Pink
Plus
plus the tip.
Here we
Plus
go.
the tip.
Charles sent away C.J. Stroud, Michael Wilson, and a 2025 second, and
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson, the rookie receiver
Pats?
for the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals.
Oh.
Is that the Dippy?
I'm like, who's Michael Wilson?
No, this was to Jules,
Oh, he's
and
using
then got back. What was it? It was Jake Ferguson, Desmond Ritter, Kendry Miller, Goofy
Lord.
Penguins first, and Goofy Penguins.
Who's
24
Goofy
second.
Penguin?
Dylan.
Miller.
Miller? Oh.
He made a nut trade too. He traded 3 first-round picks. He traded some players. I don't remember who the players were exactly. It was 3 first-round picks for Garrett Wilson and Kyler Murray.
Oh. Oh.
And then he traded Kyler Murray in a second to get Dak.
And then the last trade that Charles orchestrated. We were working with this the other day. It was another trade with me. He sent me DeAndre Hopkins, Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Addison, a 2024 fourth, a 2024 fifth, and a 2024 third. And I sent him A.J. Dillon, Kyle Pitts, Jonathan Mingo, and Skyler's first next year.
Good Lord.
Mercy. And he's trying to get his first back from Jules. And I know Jules in the chat. Tell him what Charles got to do to get that pick back. So we'll see what you say.
Jules said if Emily thinks they're so handsome, she should let me have D'Angelo.
I agree.
That's fair.
I agree. Emily, if you're still watching this, let Jules have me, please. Please. Save me.
That's something, man.
So those are some trades.
Save me
Let
from
us
the
know what
ball
you
and
think.
chain. Nah, but
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little G. I'm in your league, man. I'll be making the moves.
Beating them over the head. Some guys.
Oh, freaking shout out Austin, man.
Shout out Austin.
Shout out
Austin is just like
Trade fiend.
Trade
Although you're getting up there with trade fiend.
The-
not
the only-
necessarily like just send bullshit trades,
Yeah,
but
no.
you send a lot of trades.
I just like growing up, I played like a lot of like NBA 2K, like my league. So I love rebuilding and
Yeah.
trading. It's just like it's like crack,
you getting
man.
that itch.
Getting that itch, man. That's why I want to get this deal done now. Like you don't need those 2 other first round picks, bro. You just need those 3 players. I'll give you 1 first round pick. I'll give you a second next year.
Oh,
Yo. That being said, I want to talk about for NFL fantasy draft. What are your guys' streams and fades that like you're pointing out of similar ADPs? So, I mean, like let's not do like Josh Allen and Derek Carr because obviously we know the answer. But guys who could go either way.
can I give you my fades first?
Yes.
All right, so some wide receivers that I'm fading based off their ADP. First and foremost, I'm actually fading Cooper Kupp in the first round. Given his history, his injury history,
I agree, man.
his age, his lack. I mean, I've seen him go as high as 5. Lack of talent around him on this offense. Matt Stafford's arm is. We don't know if it's going to be as what it once was.
Mm-hmm.
He's not worth the risk as a first round pick to me.
Body's been through hell.
Similar to that one. I'm fading Keenan Allen, man.
Fading Keenan Allen. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
he's
like-
going around 44 or so right now.
I think he's 49, actually.
49?
49. I just pulled it up. He's 49 years old in the NFL as a
Okay.
starting wide receiver. But, like, he's just
Again,
old.
injury history.
Injury history. They
age.
drafted Quentin Johnson.
He's reportedly been looking good.
Mike Williams looked pretty solid last year for a
Yeah.
couple of games. Like, these younger guys are taking a spot. Joshua Palmer is going to pan out and take his
$20.
spot.
$20, yeah.
My $20 is going to be worth that.
Yeah.
Even though he's in free agency right now.
Another sleeper another fade that I have based off of sleepers ADP is Calvin Ridley. He's getting drafted. His ADP right now is at 38.9. This is a guy who hasn't played football since 2021, and that was only 5 games.
I like that.
38. I mean, that's a that's around the 3-4 turn.
I'm not picking him that high, but I like Calvin Ridley this
I
year.
do think he'll have a good year, but it's the risk is not worth the third.
No,
or
I'm
fourth
not
round
picking him in the
investment.
third, especially when you got people around him like, gosh, there's a lot of people. Here's Debo. I'm not picking Debo. DK's a little bit above that.
I'm
Amari
taking DK
Cooper.
over Calvin Ridley every day of the week.
I'm taking DJ Moore over him.
I agree.
Yep.
And that kind of goes into my next
Christian
one.
Watson.
DeAndre Hopkins is my next fade. He went to a bad offense.
Run heavy
There's
offense.
a
Where
lot of
receivers
questionable
go to die, man.
Take a
Go
look at
die.
Julio Jones. Questionable quarterback play. I mean, is it going to be Ryan Tannehill? Is it going to be Malik Willis? Is it going to be Will Levis? Is it going to be some mixture of all three of them? We don't know. And he's going into his age 31 season. Now, yes, he is, when he's at his peak, a top 5 receiver in this league. But I don't know if we see that this year. I mean, around similar ADP, I got guys like Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Drake London that have higher upside that are right around this range that I would take ahead of him.
So another fade I have, I just feel like I'm definitely a hater by heart, so I got to start with my hating. One of my fades has to be Breece Hall, unfortunately.
Really?
I like Breece Hall, but that running back room in New York is insane. They have 4 like starter quality running backs on their team.
Damn near 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, they're all going to need touches. He's coming off
Breece
a torn
Hall,
ACL.
Delvin Cook, Michael Carter. They just
Zonovan-
drafted
Zonovan Knight.
Zonovan Knight.
People
they
are
just drafted
ignoring-
Israel Abinaconda.
This dude is coming off a torn ACL. Like,
Yes.
there's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
possibility he's not going to be the same runner.
He's
This
getting drafted what in the 3rd round?
He's
Yeah.
getting trapped. Yeah, 31.
That's
31
like, yeah,
points.
that's like 3rd round. That's like
That's
almost
mid 3.
Yeah, that's some
Uh,
people I feel like are reaching like bottom 2 as well.
I'm not taking him that high. If he falls to me, I doubt he would. If he fell to me like the 4th or 5th, I'm taking that risk. But like, I'm not picking
Right,
him
not in the 3.
2nd, 3rd. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
But a guy, sorry,
Okay.
I say a guy I would. Surprisingly, he's a rookie, but his ADP is lower than him. I'm picking Jahmyr Gibbs over Breece Hall any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
Jahmyr Gibbs.
it's with only David Montgomery kind of stealing snaps from him. I still think that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a solid pick
Great
for this year.
offensive line too. They're obviously a run-heavy offense last year, man. I like that team, dude.
You want to hear some of mine?
Let's
hear it.
No, I actually don't.
You don't? All
Can we
right.
just end the segment?
All right,
please?
that's all what we have today. All right, so I'm gonna start off with some of my fades since you guys start off with fades. Quarterbacks. This is a very obvious choice. Russell Wilson. I just don't think he's gonna bounce back. I don't care if Sean Payton's the head coach. I don't like that team.
What's his ADP? It has to
mean,
be like
it's low.
70.
His ADP is down there.
144.
I'm not touching him with a 10-foot pole.
I'm picking him. If he
In the
falls that
13th
low,
round, I would
quarterback's
consider him in
down
the
there.
13th
As
round.
a
backup.
As a backup, maybe.
yeah, no, I mean,
Maybe.
I unfortunately, my team last year in like a friend league, dude, it was, oh my god, that team was screwed. I drafted Najee Harris in the 1st round.
I did that 2 years ago.
He played like, I mean, I won't say he played like garbage, but he was super disappointing. Like during the most important time in fantasy football, obviously the Steelers' offensive line was garbage. So like, they couldn't even. I don't even know, man. That was bad. But like, had him. I didn't draft Russell Wilson. I picked him up because my stupid ass didn't wait till like the 8th round to pick a quarterback, and I picked Dak Prescott. And obviously he was hurt for like a ton of the. So I'm sitting here scrambling in quarterbacks. I actually got Carson Wentz at the beginning of the year when he was
Lord.
godly. And then after that, it was just downhills like Matt Ryan's. That someone released Russell Wilson. I'm like, I'm lit.
He's lit.
I'm lit. And then I was not lit. I was actually put out by Russell Wilson got a bottle of water and poured it on me. He's
You got
like,
doused.
Buddy, you're not lit.
Doused.
Stidham experience. Though.
Speaking of
He's taking it
Najee
down.
Harris, he is one of my fades.
You're fading him? I'm high on him this
I'm
year.
fading Najee
I'm actually,
Harris.
he's one of my
Take
one of
that
my sleepers.
back!
I can't take it
Take
back.
it back!
He's one of my sleepers because he's going right now for me
I see
at 29.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got him in our dynasty draft, 3rd round.
I would consider him third round.
36 pick.
I'm fading him, man. I
You're a hater.
I'm not trying to be a
You're a
hater.
hater. You're a hater.
Listen. I've been disappointed by him. I got disappointed by him. I picked him like 1-9 2 years ago.
I get that because
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember this was one of the stupidest fantasy picks I've ever had in my entire life. It was like my first year doing fantasy at like when I was working at Adidas. It was like this had to be like 2016. You know who I picked? 1-3?
Who?
Just guess.
Le'Veon Bell during the holdout year. Antonio
What
Brown.
team?
If I tell you the team is going to give it away.
Oh.
Big Ben.
No. 1-3 big man. I hate that man. I'm not picking.
AB.
Nah. Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
This was like 30.
Was that the year that he was
destroyed?
suspended?
No. The year he destroyed his entire leg.
Oh.
His leg was just
Was that the last year with the Vikings, or was
yeah.
he
Last
like?
year with the Vikings, because he got suspended after the Vikings, right? When he was on like the
No, that was before.
was that? Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
That
You're
was
right.
before, yeah.
And then after that, he was just on random teams. He was on like the Lions. Was
Washington.
he on the Jets?
No, I was like Washington, Cardinals,
You're right.
Seattle.
Raiders? Didn't he have a time with the
I
Raiders?
don't think he was
in
on the
there?
Raiders.
He was definitely on the Lions. I remember that.
He was on the Lions. Washington Lions, Seattle.
He was
and then,
actually
like,
kind of
Cardinals.
nice
I
with
think
the
it was-
Lions too. I remember that. He had some games, dude.
Yeah. Najee Harris, yeah, he's going at about 29 and a half. I'm just not that high of him. He just doesn't score enough touchdowns for me. That's the thing. And maybe this year will be the year he will get in the end zone. I need to see him score more touchdowns, and I need to see them throw the ball to him a little more.
The only thing that sucks like about Najee, he doesn't get a lot of catches. He's just like a bruising running back. They just hand to nothing but halfback draws.
He gets like 3-yard carries.
3 yards, man.
Yeah. So I'm fading Najee. I mean, and with his ADP right around him is Tony Pollard's going at 23. Ramondre's going at 27. Jameer Gibbs is going at 35. Etienne 33. Joe Mixon's at 40. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Joe Mixon at 40 could be. I know. There's some
That's-
legal things.
No, not even like the legal things, but like
He was RB10 last year.
he was, but because he had that insane game. I'm sure without that game, he'd be like running back 20.
I'm just saying though, like Najee,
like 200 yards and 4 times.
I'm just saying Najee is. Listen. Najee was RB14 last year. He's going ADP 29 and a half. There's a guy like Joe Mixon right behind him. Might as well wait to get a guy like him.
No, I respect. There's also
fair.
solid running backs later in the because like even Dalvin Cook's list at 69.
Yeah,
nice.
That's
but,
like a good snag.
but like another guy. Were you about to say something? I don't want to cut you off. Like another guy I would fade personally. I don't even want to say it because like it's gonna ruin all my trade negotiations. Isaiah Pacheco, man, I'm not high on him this year.
Not high on him?
Yeah.
Nah, just like same thing with the Jets. That running back room has so many people.
And the Chiefs just go through running backs.
they
It's
like
a new guy every year.
Yeah.
new guy. Like everyone's like, oh, Clyde. That was another person I drafted in my
Yep.
last year fantasy league was Clyde. He didn't do anything.
Did you
Yeah.
Jack?
He got hurt. I was like, oh, he'll be back in by week 10 or week 12, week 15. He will be back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not the playoffs, the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I mean, Super Bowl next year. Next year. Just kept going longer and longer. I'm like, dude, this is garbage, man.
A couple of my other streams. I said Joe Mixon. He's one of my streams. Stream Jameer Gibbs. Yeah, I think
Yes.
he's just going to be
Yes.
explosive this year.
Gibbs, I'm on the Gibbs hype
You
train.
know who I'm high on really much? You can get him for free right now in leagues. Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell, running back for the Eagles. He's the guy taking first team reps in Philadelphia right now.
Yeah.
It's not DeAndre Swift. It's not
Rashad
Penny. It's Kenneth Gainwell that's getting these first team snaps. And like I said, he's going in the 15th, 16th round. You can get him for free now.
Literally. I got him in our Dynasty League in like the 18th round.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, yo.
Dynasty, you can get him practically for free. He goes undrafted in most redraft leagues. And so like I said, to any chance that you can get a RB, like a starting RB1, then I'm taking him.
Oh, I just had some.
A guy who I'm also fading, Kenneth Walker. Might be a hot
I
take.
get that. I like
It's
Charbonnet.
Understandable.
Charbonnet, I think
Charbonnet.
that
I
you add
love
JSN in that offense, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot more.
There's going to be a lot of
Kenneth
mouths to
Walker
feed
has some
in
injury
Seattle.
history.
That's
He fumbles. You got Zach Charbonnet. I think you fade him. And right now, Kenneth Walker, ADP-wise, he is going 41.8. And I think there's a guy right behind him who I would rather have. That's going at 50. You want to know who that guy is?
Who?
Damian Pierce.
That's a good pick.
Damian
You
Pierce.
said you're streaming him?
Like, Kenneth Walker is ADP at the moment is 41.8. There's a guy right behind him who I think I would rather have. In
Yeah.
my starting
Damian
lineups.
Pierce is 50?
Damian Pierce is going.
Oh, Damian Pierce. I thought you said Harris.
No.
I was like, Damian Harris at 50
Yeah.
is that crazy?
Damian Pierce is
I love Damian Pierce.
ADP
man.
is at 50. He finished RB 28 last year, but he was
He got hurt a few games. Yeah, no, I liked what I saw out of
There's
him. in his
more.
rookie year.
Houston, I think, has their. You're good. You're good.
I'll be right back.
Houston has their shit together a little bit more. You know, they got the quarterback now. They got more pieces. D'Amico Ryans is way better of a coach. You got more weapons as well to catch the ball. You're adding Robert Woods, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz. I think is going to be big for them too. But with Damian Pierce, his only real threat in the backfield is Devin Singletary. And I mean, Devin Singletary was the starter for the Bills last couple of years. But again, us, we're Bills fans. Devin Singletary wasn't a guy who I was bending backwards over. Last 2 years, I was like, hey, we need to get a guy that's better than Devin Singletary. He's had his games, but
to a lesser extent, that's how I feel. Like it's like the David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs thing. It's the same thing where it's like I'm still taking Jahmyr Gibbs because I don't think David Montgomery is too much of a threat to him. In the same way that I don't think Devin Singletary is too much of a threat for Damian Pierce.
Right.
Another guy that I'm pretty high on right now, given his ADP, is James Conner. He's at 67 right now, 67. And he has no competition in his backfield. Arizona's not going to be great.
Ingram?
I mean, yeah, he's going into his age 28 season. This is starting to be some of the drop-off for running backs. But I think if you can get, like I said, another guy who's startable, who's player in your RB2 slot, that's a perfect spot for him.
I have one more fade at running back. I have actually DeAndre Swift.
Oh, I'm fading him.
So
too,
I'm fading
that goes
him
with the Kenneth Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell thing. There's too many running backs in that backfield. They said he's mainly been the pass-catching back, and which is fine. He might get some flex appeal here and there depending on injuries, but right now his ADP is 59.2. James Conner's right there. I'd rather have James Conner in my offense right now than DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
For sure.
Even like Cam Akers, I might give the nod over DeAndre Swift.
I respect that.
Yeah, so DeAndre Swift, I think his ADP at 59 right now, I think that needs to go down more with how many heads are in that backfield.
I got 2 streams. I didn't realize these guys were so low, too. Like, both tight ends. Cole Kmet, he's at 113.8. Like, he's behind, like, Elijah Moore, Khalil Herbert, Courtland Sutton. There's not Dalton Schultz. I'm taking Kmet over all these guys, in my opinion. Like, obviously Justin Fields has to prove himself more as, like, a passer, but, like,
that late, that's someone you could take a flyer
dude,
on.
I love
I mean, he was a top 10 tight end last year in fantasy, right?
Yeah, he had some.
8.
He had some crazy games, which definitely helped because like a lot of the tight ends weren't really doing too much.
And that's coming off of 2 duds, week 1 and week 2, and he turned his season
it
around.
up. Like, and for like a lot of like quarterbacks, I assume the tight end is always the biggest, easiest person to throw to.
Yeah,
And that's dude.
safety
Kmet.
valve for a lot of young quarterbacks.
And same thing with that. Like, obviously questionable quarterback play, but Chig Okonkwo,
Yeah.
he's at 123. He's under Damian Harris.
There he is.
I'm like, there he is.
Here, I'll
There
give
he
you a
is.
tight end, another tight end that you can get for free. Speaking of young quarterback safety
I like
valves,
that.
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Harris.
Yeah, he's over in Carolina right now. There's no one behind him. He's got Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas behind him.
Don't know who they are, so they're not real players. Not real players.
So
real
Bryce
players.
Young needs that safety valve, and like I said, you can get him for free. His ADP is 198. You can pick him up after the draft is over. I would grab him in the 15th round for sure, just so you have that spot saved.
Do you guys have any quarterbacks that you fade and stream that are not, the
So
obvious
quarterbacks,
group?
what I put for this was any quarterback in the first 3 rounds. When you have a
Yeah.
lot of talent going off the board, I mean, yes, I would love to have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Jalen Hurts on my team, but the drop off in points between those guys into the next tier of the Joe Burrow, the Lamar Jacksons, the Justin Fields that you can get in like the 5th or 6th round, it's so much more drastic when you're looking at a 3rd round receiver versus an 8th round receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind like waiting for like because there's some great like Daniel Jones 141, Jared Goff is 143.
Again, practically
Both-
free.
both top 10 fantasy quarterbacks. Even Kurt.
I
is
was
probably-
just about to say even Kirk
he's
Cousins.
even lower. I can't even find him.
106.
Kirk
Oh, he's
Cousins.
higher.
Aaron Rodgers is at 105 in that offense.
Yeah, no, I
That's
don't
a
mind.
10th round, or it's like a 9th or 10th round pick.
The only like time I'm like really like not gonna wait is like you're in Dexter's league, right? You see the quarterback scoring. You
Right.
have to pick a quarterback. Like his, you're in that
That-
league too, right?
That's a different. So
Yeah,
yeah,
different
anytime there's a
scoring,
quarterback bonus, yeah.
The quarterback bonus. That's the only time I'm really not stretching, but like taking like mad quarterbacks is that in Dynasty.
Yeah.
Like this, I can
redraft. Yeah, you
I can
wait.
afford to wait. Like I can wait till like the 5th or 6th rounds, and like maybe even just reach on it because like people
You could
reach
wait
on-
till the 5th or 6th round and get a guy like Justin Fields still. Like that's where
I
they're
don't-
going in these drafts.
I don't think people are going to reach for someone like Justin Fields. Justin Fields, obviously, like I said, throwing prowess like aside, he's always going to be a top quarterback. 'Cause
Yeah.
he can run his ass off, man. Like he's literally what people say Lamar Jackson is.
Yeah.
But like Lamar Jackson's like a great quarterback, and I'm here to push that agenda.
Push
he's-
that agenda.
top 5 quarterback.
He's definitely a stream for me at 36. If you can get him in the 4th round, then he's a grab all day.
I got a crazy, crazy stream. He's not even gonna get drafted. Mac Hollins. Everyone's seen the
Mac
video.
Hollins.
Mac Hollins. What's his ADP?
ADP is probably like
It's like 2 something. I just saw it. 273.4. So he's not getting drafted.
good
When I tell
waiver
you-
wire, undrafted pick. Would you draft him?
I'm not drafting him. But I have a couple.
Priority free agent.
I have priority free agent. Like if I have someone injury reserve, that's the first person I'm grabbing just because like with the Raiders last year, he had like a couple of really good games, man.
I'll give you one more quarterback before you go, Mike. Give me Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's ADP right now is at 163.
The thing
That's the 13th or 14th round. I am for sure
Yeah,
grabbing him and stashing
Yeah,
him
yeah,
because
no, I
with
respect
that
that.
late of an investment, I'm taking him, I'm stuffing him on IR, then I'm picking up a guy like Kenneth Gainwell that went undrafted.
no,
I'm
yeah.
picking up a Hayden Hurst or a
I
or
like
Matt
that.
Collins.
I like that. The thing
At
with
13th or 14th round, you're still not taking him?
you're insane if you're not taking him.
I'll get on that.
All right.
The
all
thing
right.
with him though is you just don't know when he's coming back, which is I mean it's fine because
Right.
he's still a pretty good quarterback.
I'm
'cause
not
people-
drafting him in the first 10 rounds.
Yeah,
but
no.
once we get into that, like once defenses are starting to come off the board,
Like-
yeah, I'm going to go stash Kyler Murray.
Like everyone's like shitting on him like he's some garbage quarterback.
he's been a top 10 fantasy quarterback since he's been in the league.
That's what I'm saying. He's a great fantasy quarterback. Like the thing is obviously the injury concern and stuff, but like I'd definitely keep him in my IR. If he's not doing good, release him. He's a 13th
Right.
round pick. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
All right. Well, that being said, Kyler Murray landed on my fades.
How?
How?
How could you
I-
be even lower?
Because he's the thing that he's one hurt. We don't know when he's coming back. 1, 2. That team is horrible.
That
Yes.
team is horrible.
Yes.
They're just it's just and that's the thing is like when I'm talking about fades, there's a couple guys where he's getting drafted who I'd rather
At
have.
163?
Who? Name 'em.
163.
Bills defense?
Bills defense. All right, well, I mean, we're talking quarterbacks. I'm looking at quarterbacks. All right. Kyler Murray, I don't know if this is the same, but Kyler Murray, my ADP right now,
163.
it says 172 for me.
Okay, so,
So he's even lower.
172.
Who could be below him that you're taking over?
I think I would rather have one of these couple guys.
He doesn't want to say him because he knows he's about to be this bad.
I see the guys that are around him, and I get it.
Jordan Love,
Okay, I respect
Jordan Love, and Brock Purdy.
that. I'm not a fan of Brock Purdy, man. That's the one I'm fading.
I think that San Francisco loves Brock Purdy. They have an insane offense
They
around
have an
him.
infatuation of
But
Brock
the
Purdy.
thing is,
And-
like, yeah, I'm sorry, keep going.
And it's just like he is that run he had in the last second half of the season was just impeccable. I mean,
For sure.
Trey Lance, if anybody's watching this right now, sell Trey Lance. He is not starting for the
The
next.
ship sailed.
Like,
Sad.
you
I'm-
know,
I'm
like,
sad.
It's sad. His best opportunities if he get traded, but he's not getting traded because, like, they're not going to. I could see them just, like, letting him just run out his contract and just letting him go like that because, like, and see if, like, let's say both Darnold and Purdy get hurt. See, like, oh, maybe he can do something because they drafted him in the first round, but, like, he's just been dealt such a shit hand by the 49ers, man.
Yeah.
Like, first year he's just waiting behind Jimmy Garoppolo until he gets hurt, and then he gets hurt.
Yep.
Next year he gets hurt again.
He's thrown less passes ever
I
than
think
Geno Smith threw last year. He's had
it's like 200
I
passes
saw a
his entire
stat.
career.
His entire career from high school to the NFL, he has thrown less passes than what Geno Smith threw last year.
Yeah.
Think about that.
That's just
He just doesn't have enough
sad.
experience.
That's
yeah. And he's like, I don't know. He was coming from like a D2 school,
If
right?
Came
you're
from
a-
the same school as Carson Wentz.
If you're a team that's on a very deep rebuild and you can if you have an extra third round pick, and we're talking dynasty, if you have like an
Yeah.
extra third, maybe see if you can send that over to the Trey Lance.
That's what I basically did for Malik Willis. Like, what a third? I mean, obviously you can get someone in the third round, but like usually it is third round's like a quarterback that's never gonna play.
But yeah, redraft, I am staying far away from him. And if you're
For
a win
sure.
now team in dynasty, I'm selling it.
I completely agree. But Brock Purdy, I think
yeah,
he's
let's
just
go back to
going
to
back.
your
Brock
Kyler Murray.
Purdy, he is just going forward. He's going to be the guy until they decide they want to find another quarterback.
Yes, dude.
They got to trade Trey Lance.
That is the reality of the situation. Yeah.
I like Sam. I was so hurt trading him to you. 'Cause I
Sam
really,
Darnold.
Yeah.
He looked
Oh,
good. He
no.
looked good.
He looked good with the Panthers.
I
I heard throwing
I
the like
disagree.
Lavicious Chenault and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, he's probably another guy who's been not dealt a bad hand, but he's been surrounded by a lot
Yeah,
of.
but like
subpar
the
talent.
thing is, like this 49ers offense, you could put me out there and we'll still be like a over 500 team.
I've talked about that on
Yeah.
the show. I've said how many yards do you think that we
It's
can
very
throw?
quarterback
like,
friendly.
I'm not throwing like further than like 15 yards and not being like a meatball, but like,
Yeah.
bro, I could throw a couple like screen
If
passes.
I'm gonna be completely honest, man, I'm putting Kyler Murray. His like, if you're like Brock Purdy's going like 184 right now, I'm probably swapping him with Kyler. I'm probably putting Kyler Murray in, like the 180s. That's just me.
I can
I
get
understand-
that.
15th round.
I understand your guys' concerns.
I just-
I'm not touching him.
The thing is, like,
unless he gets like that low.
once you get to
where-
those rounds, though, you already have like a second quarterback by then, so you might as well just take the flyer on Kyler Murray, in my opinion.
There's another guy that's deep in these rounds that are going to be like borderline undrafted, 15th, 16th round if your league goes that deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think of a guy like C.J. Stroud or Sam Howell.
yeah.
If that late,
Stroud? What's
C.J. Stroud's at
But see, CJ
178.
Stroud to go the last
That
round.
I like that a lot. With like we talked about, the Texans looks like they're finally starting to put some strings together, and I don't know. I mean, C.J. Stroud, he was touted as the most pro-ready talent coming into this draft.
I got someone that would stream 100%. I'm actually, Jules, you're watching this. Just give me him. Josh Downs, man.
Josh Downs.
He's
love
probably going
Josh
undrafted
Downs.
right now in
He
most
is.
redraft leagues.
Josh Downs is 233.
Yeah, that's deep.
33.
That's like someone like I would draft in like the last round, just because like he's probably gonna get the slot. I don't think Lil
Yeah.
Dirty's getting it. Unfortunately, rest in
Not
peace,
Lil Dirty.
man. But,
Yeah. A couple other streams I have quarterbacks. I think I'm fading Deshaun Watson.
I am too.
I just didn't like what he brought to the table last year. I think that
Yeah.
that prime.
I like what he brought
It's-
to any table.
Yeah, no,
table.
especially
Any table.
massage tables. Man.
Yeah.
Not a fan of him as a person. Even if he was like the best quarterback in the league, I'm not drafting him. I only draft people I like.
Right.
I don't like him at all.
One last stream I have. Tua Tagovailoa.
That's a solid pick. He's going in what, like
Yeah.
90, 100 or so?
I believe so. Let me double check.
I got a.
He is
crazy
going 89. Roughly.
90, yeah.
I don't know if I'm streaming him just because like
You think he's gonna die again?
I don't know.
I
I
think
feel
he
like I
might
can
die,
get if
man.
I can get Aaron
Like,
Rodgers in the next
knock
round.
on wood. I hope no players get hurt.
Yeah.
But just like the way like the Dolphins just kind of just rushed him back out, and he just gets messed up again. Like I'm scared like that will happen again.
Yeah. If I'd be drafting multiple quarterbacks if I have Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
unfortunate, but that's just the reality.
I'm not picking him unless he, like I said, if he falls or whatever.
I'm just saying, man. In the games that he was healthy, he was quarterback one at one point.
Yeah, no, he has
In the
crazy
fantasy.
options, man. Like they're
know.
great team, especially for him. He has the fastest receivers in the league. He has like super fast running back he could dump off to. Like it's,
Yeah.
Mostert, Jeff Wilson,
yeah, it's
Devin
just
Kane.
insane.
Yeah, I'm streaming him. Streaming him, but I'm fading a guy like Deshaun Watson.
I have one more stream. I talked shit about this guy, but his ADP is so low. Why not take a chance? Mac Jones.
No,
Let me tell you why.
no.
He has an actual offensive coordinator this year. They're out here running like some random guy they found on the street offensive coordinator. That sits at like bars all day. It's like
I mean,
halfback draw.
I hear what you're saying because he's not going to get drafted.
Yeah, it's 240. Like that's
He's
someone
not going to get drafted. I mean, if you only come out of the draft with one quarterback,
And now he has a top 10 receiver in the league.
I can't get behind you with that one.
Juju
But-
Smith-Schuster isn't a top 10 receiver in the league.
But Devontae Parker was #1 wide receiver in air yards last year per catch. Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
He must have had
We're in a crucial year 3
like
for Mac
total
Jones.
yards or average.
Air yards. So
Like total air yards.
like yards per catch. It was 34. He was averaging 34 yards a catch last
So yeah, it was the average then.
year.
He probably had like 5 catches.
I can't get with Mac Jones.
Bro, it's 240, man.
I get it, but I think
Bro, you're like
I think there's a chance that he
loses
gets
his job.
replaced.
That's
by
fine.
Bailey Zappi.
He's undrafted.
He's undrafted.
That's what I'm saying. Why not take the flyer on someone like he obviously looked pretty good his first season. Like I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be like that or even close, but like why not take the chance on Mac Jones, man? Why not take him on your dynasty team for Amon-Ra St. Brown?
No, no man.
Okay, fine. Daniel Jones. We could do that right now. He reached.
Hit you with the
We're almost there, man.
So yeah, that was our fades and streams. We're at 9:13.
We're at a
We didn't
long,
do
it's a long episode.
We're
Feel like
going. We're going strong.
I'm having
So,
fun, man.
We're unfortunately though. we're gonna cut
All
it
good
off.
things
Wait,
got to
wait,
come
wait,
to
before
an
we
end.
end this, let's get this Daniel Jones trade.
Oh my god! I told you if you trade me like quarterbacks are scarcity. I need Kenny Pickett.
Bro, why? Bro, you could take Desmond Ritter, bro.
I could take Desmond Ritter.
Come on, man. Desmond Ritter?
I'd rather have Kenny Pickett.
I'd also rather have Kenny. I can't trade my man's, dude. You know I'm a Steelers fan.
I'm a Giants fan.
What?
No, you're not.
Hey, yo.
Liar. Yeah, I'm going to show that to Josh Allen when you
Josh
guys,
Allen.
right before you guys interview him, that you're a Giants fan. He's gonna
Yeah.
be-
Speaking of,
I mean,
he
the
was-
Giants are basically the Bills now, so.
Josh Allen was right across the street from us at Emerge the other day.
He was
At
at
U-Haul?
Griffin.
Really?
He's at
Not
the Griffin.
Is that you?
He's at U-Haul. Let's get a U-Haul.
He was at Griffin.
Shout out, man. You guys went in there and saw him?
No, there was a picture of him.
I went in and cut off his fingers.
Damn, he can't even jerk off.
Can't even check.
That's messed up, man. That's real messed
On that note,
up. Yeah, bro.
You
You want to give me Daniel. You want to give me
gonna hypnotize me?
Jones. for Desmond Ritter and Isaiah Pacheco. I'll throw in Brandon Ayuk.
As long as I get a kiss and a hug.
I'll give you a kiss and a hug.
That's all we have tonight. Episode 58. Thank you, D'Angelo, for coming on.
Of course.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Joey, behind the sticks,
Shout
behind the
out
buttons.
Big Joe, man.
Shout out Joey. Thank you, Marento and Emerge. Thank you, Matt Johnson and BICBP Radio Network.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning of this recording, follow I Love Division Rivals on Instagram, or I will find you.
He will find you.
I will find you.
Give you a stern talking to.
He will kill you.
Whoa, I don't know about all that.
No, I'm referencing the line. Liam
Something
Neeson.
might happen, and you don't want to find out what.
He might.
So follow us, please.
Follow us, please. He might slash your tires. But yeah, that's all we have. Next week, we are not recording.
Yes, there is no episode next week.
No episode next week. We are doing a live draft. Maybe recorded, maybe not. We'll definitely decide on that. A little fancy.
What league?
Yes, sir. The Big Yak League.
Big Yak
Thanks for the invite, man.
You weren't a guest.
It was already filled by the time
That's
you
cool,
were on the show.
man. I didn't even want to do that anyway. I really didn't want to be in your stupid league. Probably stupid and dumb.
Stupid and
And freaking dumb. Stupid. Hate this.
Follow I Love Division Rivals on Instagram. And yeah,
else.
we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 59.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a
And,
week one preview, right?
Week 1 preview right before the
Yes,
season
sir.
starts. So we'll see you guys then for episode 59. Thank you guys for watching.
And stream.
That was awesome.
Was it awesome?
I had a lot of fun, man.
You had a lot of fun.
How long was that?